All right, new tonight here on The Current, a local organization is working to make sure teens have access to everyday essentials that are often overlooked. Toiletries for Teens provides hygiene products and other necessities for young people ages 11 to 17, and organizers are once again asking for community support to meet that growing need. I'm joined now by Stephanie McDevitt, co-founder of Toiletries for Teens, to speak about the organization's mission. Stephanie, thanks so much for being here with us today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so for viewers who may not be, very familiar with Toiletries for Teens, tell us a little bit about the organization.
So it's for teenagers 11 to 17, but we are flexible with ages. It's for hygiene items, clothing, things like that. Not something that you would normally get for Christmas, but we don't want the teens to be cut out just because they're older, because they still need help. So we kind of birthed the idea, and it's just grown so much since then, and we want to keep it going as long as we can.
Yeah.
So,
and how long have you guys been doing this for?
this will be our 6th year doing it.
Awesome. And what kind of progress have you guys made since starting?
So we started off very small. It was just the hygiene, and then we grew to hygiene and clothing, and then added in the dry good foods. We've had 2 known barbers come and do haircut. We've had the St. Ambrose basketball team come. We've had a lot of people join in to make it what it is, and I'm just so happy.
Yeah, and why do you guys specifically focus on teenagers?
So when I was doing Toys for Tots for my children, one was cut off for the age limit, so he couldn't get anything, and I didn't really know what to get him, so I got him a bunch of hygiene stuff. And I had thought, how many other kids would be so grateful to get that, who aren't, maybe getting anything. And so the idea of Toiletries for Teens, still getting something versus nothing. So
yeah, and what kinds of specific needs are you guys seeing this year compared to prior years?
So this year we've not really had many donations kind of at all, and that's why we're here, because we really need the help from the community. But nothing too big or too small. We need, shampoo, deodorant, things like this, just anything. And with the clothing, any size, any style, because everybody has different styles and sizes. So we're kind of open to anything right now because we really need help from the community.
Yeah, and what does being able to do this type of work, mean to you personally?
Everything. Sorry, I get a little choked up every time.
No, you're good.
I was once that kid in need, and so it's nice to give back.
Yeah, and how does it make you feel to know that you're helping so many people out?
It makes me feel better than I don't. Sometimes I feel really depressed and sad sometimes, and this helps me get out of that gloom because I'm giving back when I can, because sometimes, I need help and I don't have it, and I know how it feels. So when I can give back, it makes me feel really good.
Yeah, and is there, a specific moment or person or, any kind of personal story that really sticks with you throughout all the work that you've done?
I do definitely appreciate Mike from the Sugar Shack. He's let us host it there every year. My mom has been the biggest supporter. Financially, it's pretty much just me, my mom, and the few donations that we get. I'm very grateful for all the people who have volunteered, because we obviously need help, on the day of. But ultimately, I have faith in God, so he keeps me going. But I guess just knowing that I was once that little girl, it just makes me want to give back even more.
Absolutely. And how can people get involved, especially the first-timers that aren't too familiar with your organization?
So we have a Facebook page, it's Toiletries for Teens, so they can either reach out to me on there, or Mike at the Sugar Shack. If they ever go down there, they can ask him and he can get in touch with me. But basically the Toiletries for Teens account is the best way to get a hold of me, and I'm able to answer any questions, or meet up for donation pickup or anything like that. So I'm very flexible.
Awesome. It's an incredible story, Stephanie. Thank you
you
so much for making the time with us today.
Thank you.
Absolutely.